Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here. I just wanted to let you know that Overtone and I are going to be giving away 3 more copies of Men of War Assault Squad 2 over this weekend. One will be given out Friday night, one will be given out Saturday night, and one will be given out Sunday night. So all you have to do this is go in the link in the description, click on the Overtone hyperlink, join my Overtone team, and you are automatically entered in to win the giveaway. 3 people will be randomly chosen over those 3 days for a Men of War Assault Squad 2 game copy. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the coming video. Peace. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daily Tactics here, and I am back with a little bit more of the Men of War Assault Squad 2 Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, and today we find ourselves on a CIS separatist ship here, which Commander Gree has boarded along with the 41st Elite Corps here, who have just some of the coolest armor of the entire show and movies. This green Phase 1 armor just looks so sick. I love it. So decided to use Gree for this battle. They've dropped in on their LAAT gunships on both of the ports and disembarked. And there is a slew of battle droids waiting for them. Security droids as well as commando droids, which is pretty intense. That's a lot of defenses right there, and that's because it's General Grievous'S ship. So General Grievous is over here with his commando droids guarding him, and Commander Gree has to go through just alleys and alleys of droid defenses. It's going to be tough. There are multiple routes that they are able to take. You know, all these different rooms they can go down, except for in each room they will find more and more resistance until they finally get to General Grievous, and hopefully they can kill or capture him. So it should be a pretty interesting battle. I hope you guys do enjoy it. By the way, I do have a new merch link in the description below. I basically wanted to revamp my merch store because I had a lot of really dated items in there, so I got rid of all that and uploaded some new merch. I'm also planning on adding some other stuff in the future. I'm just waiting on some artists to come up with some designs for me, which should be awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Please go check out that merchandise if you are interested. And yeah, also my Instagram, Discord, Overtone, all those links are in the description as well if you'd like to get more involved with the community. Sorry for this little plug, but I just wanted to let you guys know. I'm done rambling about nonsense. Let's get into this battle. I will be right back. Hey guys, one more thing real quick before we start. I decided to add a few brigades of troopers here and there. So there's 4 like just sort of walking out here ready to meet the clone troopers, and then there is 1 back here and then 1 way back here, and they're all on free move mode, so they can move however they like. And to make it even, I also made it so the clones had 2 times the health that the droids do, which sort of makes sense with the lore of Star Wars. So I just thought this would make the battle a little bit more interesting, to have some free roaming droids out there and a bit more resistance for the clone troopers. Alright, so I also put Gree in the back here so we could see him during the battle and he wouldn't die just immediately. Without further ado, let's press start though. Actually, let's go in slow-mo for the first bit here so we can see it all in action. But the clones walk forward slightly, and then immediately the droids start pouring fire into them. The clones responding with their own fire. Most of the droids behind these barrels are getting suppressed by just the sheer amount of fire that the clones are able to put onto them. Also, a lot of the free-roaming droids are sort of looking for cover here. They're not really standing their ground. They're trying to get to the sides of these ships, to the hangars sides, you know, looking for that sweet little piece of cover where they can, you know, get behind and not get spammed by just tons of clone fire. A lot of the 41st Elite Corps is going down for the clone troopers, but not nearly as many droids that are going down, I would say. I think the clones are definitely going to come out on top during this initial skirmish here. Let's see, where's Gree? I always like to see where our clone commanders are at currently. Hopefully he ain't dead. I don't see him at the moment, but I kind of doubt he's dead. A lot of the 41st Elite Corps over here did manage to survive. Alright, let's get out of slow-mo because we sort of got to see the beginning bit there, and the clones did fantastic, and now they're sort of moving into these side hangars. So they've got 3 different routes that they have to go. There's the main corridor over here, there's this left side one over here, and there's this right side one over here. Obviously they're going to probably have to clear out each and every one for fear of getting flanked at a later point in the battle. So we see Gree's men are starting to sort of get into this right side over here, taking some pot shots at a few droids who were hiding off to the side over here. There are also some droids back here, and there was one back there, and there's a few back here behind these pallets over there. But the 41st Elite Corps should make quick work of these guys. I doubt they'll really get too much damage from them or die, really. I mean, there's so many of them, I think they'll do okay. Although they are getting naded over here, but not really connecting with anyone. This guy over here, he's got a bow rifle. That can do some damage, but this clone sort of juked him. And, let's see. This is... well, this guy keeps taking out grenades. The other guy doesn't really know what to do. What is happening here? Okay, yeah, that's a solution. And now the droid just gets gunned down. Oof. How's the middle doing over here? Looks like clones are sort of cycling through here. A few of them taking losses from this main corridor over here where there's a ton of droids. And then the right side over here, seems like clones are just filtering through, getting the kills that they need to. They took a few losses, but nothing too terrible. There's just a lot of droids that the clones have to deal with during this entire battle, so they need to keep their numbers up in these beginning little skirmishes here in order to really finish off the ending skirmishes that they're going to have to go through as well. But it looks like the second sort of chamber in the ship is starting to get interacted with by the clones. All these free-moving droids in here are starting to spread some fire at the attacking clone troopers. A few clone troopers peeking their way into this sort of sub-chamber over here. Most of them getting gunned down as they do, though, so it's not the greatest strategy for them, but that's okay. This right side over here is starting to also peek in. It looks like they've eliminated a few droids behind cover over here. A lot of the droids have retreated actually back to this second area over here. The free-moving ones at the very least. A few commando droids are managing to get a few kills here. These guys are very valuable to the droids. They have better accuracy, better health. I mean, we all know from the TV series that commando droids are just absolute beasts, so they want to keep those guys alive for as long as possible. The 41st Elite Corps is taking a lot of damage in these choke points here. Lucky for them, they are able to attack from 3 different areas, which just sort of helps spread out their assault and maybe eliminates a few losses that they would be taking, but losses are high regardless. This left chamber is not sending any troopers forward, really. They need to start going forward this way. I think they're actually just sort of glitched into this wall, so let's try and get these guys to focus a little bit more. So we'll send them towards that door, and hopefully that helps them out. This guy getting a nice grenade. The droid actually rebounds it back at a commando droid, eliminating him, so that was a bit of a mistake on the Separatist part. And the clones are finally starting to get a foothold in this second chamber over here. And yes, some more guys coming through this left door over here too. It seems like all droids have been eliminated from this room, and now the next room is starting to get fully encompassed in some fire here. And clones are cycling in, working their way through. Most of the clones in the middle here took a beating and now are a little bit too wary to go through this door, and it is also a subject to a lot of laser fire from the droids at the moment, so it's best for the clones to sort of hug the sides here and not get themselves caught in too much fire. There's Gree, the man himself, actually. Let's see. Gree, you got any kills? He's got 2. That's not bad. Gree, you're a champ, man. A lot of clone troopers in his position, in his leadership position, might not have nearly as many kills as he does, but I always liked Gree. I always thought he was really cool. His death was pretty sick, too. I mean, come on. I got so much hate in the last Order 66 video I did for having Yoda, but I accidentally said, because we were on Kashyyyk, obviously, if you saw the video, I accidentally said Gree chops off Yoda's head. It's obviously the other way around, but I misspoke, but I got called out so much for that. Man, clones are just wrecking this side room over here, actually. Ooh, that's a big grenade, though. Yeah, they're just managing to come on in here, tear up these commando droids, and they're also managing to go through the middle quite easily, just annihilating the majority of the security droids that are trying to hold these rooms. This side room over here is getting the absolute smackdown onto it. But the clones for this last room over here, this is going to be a seriously bad choke point for them because they can only enter through this area. I also imagine there's probably some retreating droids somewhere. I mean, sorry, I accidentally hit the mic there. Hopefully that didn't hurt your ears too much. Actually, it seems like all the retreating droids seem to gather into these side rooms for the most part. Here's Gree still leading the assault over here into this side room, peppering down some of these droids with laser fire. It is becoming pretty clear to me that the 41st is just annihilating the remainder of these droids, and they might be able to cop the win here with relative ease. I mean, they've taken serious losses, but they're doing great. I mean, there's still battle to be had, so we can't get too cocky quite yet, but things are looking pretty good for Gree and his men. I mean, they aren't the 41st Elite Corps for nothing. They're highly trained soldiers, but here we go. They are entering into the last sort of chamber area here, where they have to deal with more droid forces, and then they finally get to fight Grievous in there. The first clone, of course, to enter gets peppered down by some droid fire. The first to enter never tends to live. I know, it's sad, but it's tough. It's tough. It's just the way things are in the Star Wars universe, in most universes, I suppose. A few more clones trying to come through here, getting a little bit of fire out at these battle droids and commando droids, but not really managing to get any kills on them. More and more clones entering on in. This is the way you gotta handle these choke points, is to just absolutely spam them with numbers. If you've got the numbers to do it, just launch as many soldiers as you possibly can into the choke point and try and sponge some of that damage and get as many through as possible. And then you might be able to break through and get some kills and sort of make your way through. And that's what the 41st Elite Corps is doing so perfectly. A lot of times in these simulations, we find that the clones get jammed in a choke point because they're trickling in one at a time. But if you do it in mass, like the 41st Elite Corps is doing right here, you can just blow away the defending competition because you've got superior firepower. So you can do that just so easily if you do that with the right amount of numbers. So there's only a few droids actually remaining here. I'm checking these side rooms. There are droids in this side room as well, actually, so the clones will have to deal with this, but Grievous and his entourage are in here. There's maybe 30 more droids in this final command center, Grievous, of course, being one of them right here. And so the clones will finally go through that point at some point here. And yeah, they're marching forward. They're also going to have to kill these guys, but that can probably wait until after Grievous. Grievous being the main objective, that's what they're going to want to do first. This guy's got a DC-15X. He tries running in, takes too much fire, runs out. His friend was not as lucky to escape like he did. It seems like this left side over here doesn't have nearly as many clones coming towards it. One does attempt to, but gets gunned down pretty easily there as he enters into the room. These guys are a little bit more wary of entering now. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of fire coming in at them at these choke points. They're gonna need to probably attack from both sides simultaneously, but these guys on the right over here are just not hurrying as much as they should be. Sorry, I keep hitting the microphone. I need to stop doing that. I'm kind of not used to this mic a whole lot, you know. It's new. It sort of dangles in the air as opposed to my headset, which just rests on my head. So I'm used to using a headset and not a like a studio mic. So I do apologize if I bang the mic a few times and, you know, create annoying noises. I'm not trying to. It's just it just keeps happening by accident. All right, so yeah, these clones, you know how I was admiring them for, you know, fighting in mass and taking on the enemy in sheer numbers. They're doing the exact opposite now, and they are trickling in one at a time, taking losses as they go. And General Grievous and his command center are managing to hold them off. We're seeing a few clones getting a few shots off here and there, but not really managing to connect too many kills. One or two security droids here and there are dead, but overall the clones are managing to do very little damage. Actually, that droid died over there. That's a big kill. Oh, another one, too. Alright. Ooh, okay. Now the clones are getting on a roll. As they're attacking simultaneously from two different angles, they're actually managing to do a little bit more damage to the droids, take them out one at a time. And the more droids that die, the less laser fire they're going to have to cover these doors, and therefore the less likely they'll be able to hold this choke point. But, I mean... there are still actually quite a number of clones left alive. Quite a few actually straggling behind here too. So I still have confidence the 41st Elite Corps will be able to pull this off. I don't think Grievous will be able to do enough damage to him, but you know. Grievous also doesn't have a weapon. That's one of the most frustrating things about this mod, is they don't give General Grievous a weapon. So let's go over here, pick him up an E5 rifle, pick him up some ammo for it, and now he can partake in the battle. We'll just go ahead and plop him right where he was before, but this time he's got a rifle to use, and he can support his commando droids with it. Yeah, they don't give him lightsabers either, because obviously he can't do the quad wielding, which is dope in the movies, just impossible in the game. Oh, Grievous does go down right there, so mission accomplished in that sense, and now they just need to take the remainder of the ship here, as more 41st Elite Corps actually managed to get a foothold here and enter in. There aren't too many droids left in the brig to defend against them, in fact, very, very few. And they're getting gunned down pretty easily. These clones over here still not really entering in too far. Ooh, that commando droid just absolutely got decked by a DC-15X. That is a fatality right there. Yeah, and these droids are just getting mauled by bullets now. We do have one commando droid off to the side here. We've got like 6 or 7 droids in here. The brig has fallen fully. Alright, let's send a squad of clones over this way to try and take this side command center over here. They'll probably be able to do it relatively easily. The droid defenses aren't too huge over here. Although the clones are taking a few losses. I imagine most of their armor is pretty damaged at this point, and they're probably pretty low on health considering they've been through this long battle now. Alright, so those initial defenses over there did die. There's a few more droids in here, 2 more commandos, and now 2 security droids. Now 1 security droid. Okay. This guy's able to shoot through that tiny little crack in there, but he goes down. Alright, and these clones taking a little bit of fire from these commando droids, but they're able to push in a little bit. Bit of a choke point there. Has this guy gotten engaged yet with enemies? No, not yet. Maybe we could send him on a rescue mission to get... here, wait. Can we... nope. I thought maybe these guys would be distracted and we can run them in here, grab General Grievous, and then, like, run this way and say there's an escape pod here. But nope, he's dead. Can we do it with this last commando droid? This commando droid's actually got 2 kills. That ain't too shabby. Get to the side, boy. I'll protect you. I'll fight for him. Fight for my dude. Just clone right there. Uh-oh. Oh no! We couldn't outgun him. How much health does that guy have? Not a lot. He was on 1 health, but he did manage to cop the kill. Alright, so General Gree's troopers did manage to take the brig and capture General Grievous here. Probably a pretty big loss for the Separatist army at this point because, you know, it's General Grievous. It's their top guy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Alright, peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content. And hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.